We started things off with the returning Veronica Hardy getting a dominant victory over Juliana Miller. Meanwhile, Danny Boy looks like he's just seen Herb Dean and he wants round 2. Bloody hell, look at him. Then we saw Jai Herbert be a naughty little fucker and get docked a point against Ludovic Klein, and it cost him the win as the fight would end up being a fucking draw. JoJo came back and got a UD win over Luana Carolina. Although I have to say, she looked pretty toilet in comparison to what she used to. I think she's done at the top of the sport, to be fair. I was a bit worried for old Jake Hadley at the start of his fight because he walked in the ring looking like he just shat himself. But after that peach of a body shot, it was Malcolm Gordon who was probably cleaning up bloody skid marks. Look at that. God, blimey. One of the most hyped up prospects in the UK at the minute, Christopher Leroy Duncan, came out looking $1,000,000 on the feet, and look, he can even defend a takedown. Look at this. This is going to be a vintage UFC debut. Oh, okay. Alright, that's not good, is it? Look away, Tommy boy, don't want no PTSD, mate. Then to finish off the early prelims, the nutty Brazilian Gabriel Santos came in on short notice and beat... You what? Fuck off, he won that fight. I do not know how Little Mo did not tap to that knee bar. His knee was getting folded up like a deck chair in fucking Benidorm. At least this means that Darren Till's going to get some company down the fucking GP, doesn't it? Then it was time for the long, rangy and calculated Sam Patterson to make a big splash in the UFC. There was absolutely no way that this nutty little Israeli was going to get inside his Oh. Looks like Mark's been talking to his old mate Yamasaki again. Fuck me, step in earlier, bruv. Then Chris Duncan got a decent UD win over Omar Morales. Big up the nutty Scotsman. After a difficult first round, Jack Shaw got the submission over Amir Khani in the second. Big up Tank Shaw, and big up his dad for beating his battle with cancer. What a top family. Then the human orc, Marvin Vittori, leg kicked the bollocks off of Roman Dolidze to get a unanimous decision victory. But how those two are both top 10 contenders in the UFC baffles me. That middleweight division is fucking toilet. Jennifer Maia looked really good as she dominated for 3 rounds against Casey O'Neill. But to be fair to Casey, we do not know how hard it is to get clocked with 304 right hands in 15 minutes. What do you reckon, Guru, my old son? Yep. Well said, mate, I totally agree. Gunnar Nelson made light work of Brian Barberina with his naughty 70s porno mustache. Big up the Icelandic warrior. Gaethje and Fizzy blew the roof off the place just as we thought they would. Little Rafa started well, landing a lot of decent shots at double quick speeds in the first round. But by the end of the fight, Justin had left his face looking like what happens the first time we use a new bottle of ketchup. Splattered. Great win for Gaethje, but don't give him a title shot straight away, Danny, you big fucking beach ball. And then Leon Edwards outclassed Usman to keep the belt in the UK. Get in, Leon, you little beauty. Sent his head all the way back to fucking Nebraska with a couple of beautiful knees up the middle and stopped Usman from getting any real control time. Beautiful performance. I am not the biggest Usman fan and his head looks like it should be hit by a fucking 5-iron, but he took the loss very well, to be fair to him. All due respect for that. Decent card. Leon's still the champ. I'll see you next week for the review of Vera Sanhagen.